Hi, Josh. So you're on the cover of this issue, and you know you're doing big things out there. I mean you're doing like you said ESPN and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So now, like, what is your next thing? Because I know you had your hands on so much stuff. What is your next thing?
Well, Ernest, first, thanks for putting me on the cover, my friend. I mean, it's an honor, you know, and we got to do ESPN this year, which was really cool. We have a few other things coming into the works. Next month, I can't say yet, but we'll be on the cover of a national fitness and muscle magazine that you can see on the newsstands at the airport and gas stations, so that'll be the next big thing. We just submitted for another magazine cover, which is another fitness brand for December. So we competed Saturday. We got a victory there. It was really cool, as you know, you and I talked about personally, and we're going to do a couple more bodybuilding shows, and we're going to keep pushing the commercial work. So it's been a really good season. So I'm honored to be on the cover of Get'em Magazine, brother. I can't say thank you enough.
Now, so a lot of models, because you started out like a lot of models.
Yeah.
And they started off, you had your big break.
Yep.
What would you give, what advice would you give for somebody who's trying to break into the model industry?
Yeah, so first you got to invest in yourself, right? So many are scared to pay for photo shoots, to get professional pictures, to build your portfolio. There's a misconception that, hey, I'm going to start and pictures are free, or a photographer should pay me. Well, that's not the case. It's just like any business. You have to invest your own money first. So for me, is I built my own portfolio. I paid 3 or 4 photographers that helped me get the pictures that I needed, and then I was able to start to submit those, you know, to the larger brands, to the national agencies. So any advice I give is you got to invest in yourself, just like you would building any other business.
Now, what kind of money can you make in the model industry?
Yeah, so I mean, we know some of the best models in the world can make 7 figures, right? But let's be realistic. You know, I have a 9-to-5 job. You know, I'm a doc, and we do that. So realistically, you know, you can make a couple extra thousand, or maybe $10,000-$20,000 more a year. You know, just with some part-time work. There's some jobs I've done where I've got paid $500 for an hour. There's some jobs I've done where I got paid $4,000 for, you know, a magazine cover. And then there's others that have been 3 or 4 day shoots. You know, you can make $7-8 grand plus food and travel. So, you know, males historically don't make as much as females, rightfully so for that. But, you know, you can definitely pick up a couple extra $1,000 as part-time, you know, the way I do it. And, you know, you can use that to invest in your other businesses, take care of your family. And, you know, for me, it's always just for fun. So that's the best part.
Now, you don't only do like photo shoots and stuff like that. You also do like fashion shows.
Yeah.
So now tell me about your first fashion show, and tell me like what inspiration would you give somebody who's trying to get into the fashion show industry?
Oh, so the fashion shows are so much fun. The networking and meeting the people, they're all so very unique and artistic and different. It's just this great mixture of culture. So that's the best part, is actually the people. I don't even care about modeling or being on stage. But the advice I would give is you have to kind of keep your look all year, right? You understand New York Fashion Week, Miami Fashion Week, Paris, they're spread out throughout the year. So you can't just target one, because you may not get picked up by one of the designers.
Right.
So it's best to enroll and, you know, always have your portfolio ready for the way you look that month, and start submitting those to all those designers within the walk. You know, for me, they need males, right? They have tons of females, so it's a little bit easier for you and I to get on stage than a female. But I would say keep your look year round. That's something really important. And then, of course, even if you don't think you know what you're doing, or you don't know how to walk, as long as you're confident on that stage, no one knows. And most of the time, the designers are so stressed backstage, you don't really catch any shit from them if they don't like the way you walk. So it's much less stressful than you probably put on yourself.
Now, does it hurt when, like, say, a model backs out of the last minute? Does that hurt
Yes.
in the long run, or is there anything?
So, I mean, we all understand situations arise, family members, kids, right? Airfares canceled, that's happened to me, right? As long as you tell them as quickly as you can, but if you're a true no-show with no communication, it absolutely hurts you. I mean, you're literally blackballed. I mean, you're going to piss off important designers that have designed something for your height, weight, physique, and shape. It may be their favorite piece, and you just don't show up because of whatever reason. That's poor in any business. So yeah, you will be looked at negatively there, but you know, flight gets canceled, your kid has to something with school, that's understandable. You cancel multiple days ahead of time, they'll get a reserve.
Nice. Thanks for the interview.
Thanks for having me, brother.
Nice to see you. Thank you.